Guys, before we go to our second break, Tata Steel, the plant closing in Port Talbot, an absolute tragedy for thousands of families, hundreds of families, excuse me, because that's more jobs that will be lost. What bothers me is, why is it that this cross-party meeting and team, which has been around for quite some time, met for the first time yesterday after the horse has left the barn? What is it that we had a situation here locally where a local bank branch closed, and of course the Tory minister came in on the Tory MP, came in on his white horse and said, "We must do something because our community is outraged." And I'm thinking, banks have been closing branch offices since the 1980s. So where the hell were you sitting down with Barclays and NatWest, two branches that closed, to be more proactive and figure out how do you make something like this work from both the business perspective and the community's perspective? Because the banks want people to use technology because it's cheaper and easier and less expensive. Fine. I say give them a choice. Go ahead and close the branch, but you're going to have to pay a penalty tax. You have to pay because you're not providing your part of the social contract, which is taking care of the elderly in the community.
The thing that gets me about these things, like Tata Steel and the bank closures, is you get a lot of bullshit from politicians. They can't actually do it, and they don't. Well, they can do stuff, but they don't do anything. All this stuff, they're having meetings supposedly, and we insist on doing such and such. That's nonsense.
Knee-jerk reaction of fury. Well, where's the planning to prevent the knee-jerk reaction or to prevent the action in the first place? When Sony closed, Labour was all over them. I'm thinking, well, yeah, they're gone. They've taken a corporate decision. What the hell are they going to do to change it? And because the First Minister is upset, they're going to suddenly change their mind? No, they're not going to change their mind. Dario?
No, I was just going to say, is it not, though, a slightly different problem in the two cases? Like, say, for example, with the steel plant, you've got the global pressures of China dumping very cheap steel onto the market, and therefore they literally can't sell the British steel. So therefore, the government has to take a decision. Are they going to, somehow stop imports? They're never going to do that because other businesses will be saying, well, actually, I want to buy my cheap steel from China. So therefore, again, it's like back to the 1980s. You've got to have a plan in place for the workers in the steel industry to be able to transfer them, retrain them. But obviously, politicians, governments are very poor at that kind of planning. Or you close the steel plant down for a certain amount of time with the possibility of having it reopening when times change. You know what I mean? But then with the banks, I think it's a slightly different issue because I think there is a care in the community. There is a sort of service provision aspect of being a bank in the UK that should be adhered to.
We're like a bunch of rabid dogs with Tourette syndrome. We can't help ourselves. I mean, literally, anytime something goes out, bam, out goes a press release. Bam, out goes a press release. And it's like, do we just want the clip? Do we just want somebody to say, "Oh, look," or do we want to actually solve the damn problem?
But these press releases, clips, they don't say anything.
They don't say a thing. People read them and they go, "Oh, well, isn't that lovely?" But where the hell's the jobs?
It doesn't say anything. There's nothing in there.
My blood pressure's up again.
Calm down.
I'm okay.
Deep breathing.